Okay. So as our framework gets bigger, we're gonna need reporting system because as we see, we have so many test cases and we run all of them at once, and we need to know how it failed and where it failed and things of that nature. And business are not going to say, "Hey, can you like show me where your automations are?" They're just going to say, "Hey, can you tell us the reports on what is the reporting on your test cases? How many test cases pass? How many fail?" So most likely that's something that as a QA engineer you're gonna have to provide to your business or other developers, and just for your sake as well to know what's happening with your framework. So Nightwatch, in terms of they provide this custom reporter. Now, what I tend to do was I just like look that up on GitHub and then see if there's any projects that are available. And I found this person's the best. Basically, um, it's let me show you how to kind of integrate this into our framework. It's open source. I want to give credit to this person, and then for helping kind of build it out. And it's just a side note. I won't go into too much into the GitHub repo, but if you guys don't know, GitHub is where developers share their code and they build it on. So the idea is that I build something, and then someone else can take a look at it, and then they can help me review the code and make it better. And same thing, Nightwatch is an open source, and if you, for example, like look at there, so it's an open source, and you can see like and people will, like, if they like it, they'll store it. Contributors, so you see other people are contributing to the code. B Factor is the main person who actually like wrote most of the code, but other open source, they're helping basically to help out the code, right? So similarly, like there's so many different projects, and it's just open source, basically trying to help out other people. Yeah, so I'll do another lecture on GitHub separately, but for now, this person has helped us kind of write it out. So first of all, we're gonna go to the project, which we already are. We're gonna do pwd to make sure we're on that project. Okay. Let me just do that. Okay, then we need to install npm install handlebars. So again, we're working with Node. So if you guys don't know, like npm.js, so these are all like different packages that you would have. So for example, if I search handlebars, see, and these are handlebars are necessary, templating engine, handlebar layout. So all these different things that we'll be installing slash like npm install, it helps you kind of do that. So let's go. Okay, so we're gonna do npm install handlebars. Okay, great. So that's installed. Next, the this is how we use it. We do dash dash reporter, HTML reporter. But before we need to do that, we need to do this HTML. We need to copy this JS and this file into our directory, right? So we'll do that. Okay, let me just close everything. Okay, we need to go here. So we're gonna make a new file. We're gonna call it HTML dash porter.js, and then another one that's called that. Okay, so we need to copy this code. Okay, this whole thing, we're just gonna into, this is the HBS handlebar file. Okay, I'm gonna save that. And then the JS file. Okay. Okay. So every time you see like var fs or require fs or path require path, that means that they're calling a node module here. Like if you look at it, I see fs path. If you don't have it, or actually maybe you don't, I did this earlier, but so just do npm install fs. Okay, so in case if you're failing somewhere, you need to install these different modules, if and then path. Okay, is that. Now let's run an example. So it just says you run your file, then you call these two things afterwards. Okay, so we're going to, let's say we're going to run earrings. Okay, so you say node right. Okay, so we're going to say node watch. Right, so it goes to, it ran this one, then the other test suite, add to cart, earrings, pass, login. Let's see if this passes. Okay, so login failed, right? So it tells you where this is. Okay. Okay, nice. And it actually created another report. So now we get a whole report of so this is the new one, right? So this is the latest one. So let's see. There we go. Running a whole test cases, right? So we ran the whole suite. 13 test cases passed. 4 was errors, right? And so login. So as you can see, test cases. This one, sessions passed, login, errors. I don't know if these ones are errors, but okay.